Marathon runners, Bolton 10Kers, how are we doing? I'm shattered, absolutely shattered. Just got in from the gym. How's your training going? Comment, get involved, share what you are doing. It's been fantastic to see everybody doing that on the Bolton Marathon Training and Support Facebook pages. That is not easy to say when you've battered it on the treadmill. I've gone on the treadmill because it's really windy outside and I wanted to do a quality session. I wanted to run a bit quicker than I've been doing at the weekends. And the reason why I've wanted to run a bit quicker is because in my head, as we journey towards the marathon, I envisage just turning the pressure up ever so slightly each week. For some of us, that might mean just increasing the mileage of our long run each week. It might mean increasing our overall mileage. Or it might mean just taking a small part of our training, whether it's a section of a run or a run itself, and making that a little bit quicker each week. It doesn't really matter. It all depends on what your goal is for the marathon and your current level of fitness now at this point. But the analogy of turning the pressure up slightly or turning the screw slightly each week is one that's really quite useful. In the last video, in the last vlog, I talked a little bit about motivation and how it's actions that are far more important than the right mindset. And of course, one of the actions that we can take each week or each run is just ever so slightly turning the screw a little bit. I don't mean every single time you go out running. There is absolutely no point in doing that. And in fact, it's counterproductive. What I do mean is, though, looking at your training overall, taking a little part of it each week and just doing that with a little bit more intensity or a little bit more effort or a little bit more time. And before we know it, we'll be at May the 17th. It's about 13 weeks off, I think. So come on, get involved, share your training, join the Strava group. If you're not training for the marathon and you're training for the 10K, it does not matter. One is no more valid or no more important than the other. What is important is that we keep taking those small steps each week towards that bigger goal. Can't tell you how excited I am by the prospect of running a marathon in my hometown. We've not been able to do that since the 1980s, unless, of course, you count Ironman, which is a whole other ball game, isn't it? It's massively exciting. So get involved, share your journey, share your thoughts, share how you are ever so slightly turning up the pressure each week. Before we know it, we'll be there. Before we know it, we'll have smiles on the start line, smiles on the finish line, and smiles as we get around the course. Training is what we make of it. Let's get stuck in. Come on.